This is the MassaMAX full body massage chair, model MD906. If you're imagining a regular recliner, honestly, it's on a whole different level. Just by looking at it, you know it means business. The shape is bold but inviting, with a modern, almost futuristic vibe from its sculpted leather and smooth, curved lines. It's oversized, more like a personal space capsule than a typical chair. When I first unpacked it, I was a little worried, thinking it might be complicated to put together or just too bulky for my room. Surprisingly, the setup was way easier than I expected. All I had to do was attach the footrest, plug it in, and it was ready to go. If you've never used a massage chair before, it might look a bit intimidating, but once you sit down, it's actually really straightforward. The main thing that stood out right away was how sturdy and comfortable it felt. With its nicely cushioned backrest, supportive headrest, and seat, I could sink in and relax instantly. The leather finish feels soft but durable, and all the controls are close by and easy to reach. There's a big touch screen beside your arm, and it lights up with all your options as soon as the chair powers on. You don't need to figure out a complicated manual. Everything's pretty much self-explanatory. The overall look is sleek and stylish enough for a living room or bedroom, and if you have enough space, it makes a really cool statement piece. Now, on to what it's like to actually use it. I've tried out a few massage chairs before, but none with quite as many features as this one. The key features I noticed right away are the SL track, which means the massage rollers follow your spine's natural S-curve, starting from the neck all the way down to the thighs. That's literally what SL stands for. S for the curve of your neck, and L, the long lower back and thigh section. It makes a big difference. When you start a session, the chair does an automatic scan of your body, figuring out precisely where your shoulders and back are, making tiny adjustments so the massage is tailored to your height and width. I thought this would be a gimmick, but it actually means no matter how tall or short you are, you get the right amount of pressure in the right spots. In my opinion, the automatic programs are perfect if you're like me and want to relax without too much fuss. There are 12 preset modes, and you can pick things like deep tissue, stretching, relaxation, or even just a quick pain relief session. For beginners, I think it makes it much easier compared to setting a custom massage manually. If you like customizing though, you can also pick the intensity, focus areas, and your preferred massage techniques, like kneading, tapping, knocking, shiatsu, or a combo of kneading and knocking. The chair even uses what's called 4D shiatsu massage, which adds actual depth to the rollers, feels more like real human hands, and in my experience, it really hits the deep knots that build up after a long workday. One of the standout things for me is the zero gravity feature. I read about it online and thought it would just be a fancy name, but when you activate it, the chair leans back and elevates your feet so your body feels completely weightless, taking all the pressure off your spine. The first time I tried it, I was surprised how much it helped my lower back pain. You sort of get this floating feeling while the rollers do all the work. Another big win is the yoga stretching mode. Honestly, I don't do yoga that much myself, so this feature was a bit of a mystery at first. But basically, the chair gently stretches your whole body, pulling your legs and back in a slow, controlled motion. It feels like a passive full-body stretch. I can really feel my muscles loosen, especially after exercise or sitting at a desk for too many hours. Heating is another key feature that's worth mentioning. The chair applies heat to the lower back area, and it's just enough to soothe sore muscles. I've used a lot of heating pads before, and it feels similar. If anything, it helps the massage rollers dig into tight spots more efficiently. I do wish sometimes I could adjust the temperature, but still, it beats not having any heat at all. From my experience, the airbag system set this chair apart. There are airbags in the shoulders, arms, lower back, calves, and especially around the feet. They inflate and deflate in different patterns, gently squeezing my muscles and making the massage more dynamic. The foot massage section deserves its own mention. The rollers in the footrest rotate, scrape, and compress my feet, and after a day of standing or walking, this is the feature I look forward to most. It's the closest I've come to a real foot massage at home. As someone who likes to unwind with music, I was happy to find that you can connect your phone through Bluetooth and listen through the built-in speakers. It makes the whole experience even more relaxing. The voice command feature is a fun option too. You can adjust modes or stop the massage just by speaking simple instructions. Honestly, I usually just use the touchscreen, but it's nice to have. One thing I like is how user-friendly this chair is. For example, there are quick access buttons on the armrest, basic controls like pause, play, or adjust the recline, which means I don't need to mess with the screen for every little change. The fact that it comes pre-assembled is a big plus, especially if you're not into DIY or just want to get started quickly. The build is solid and supports up to 260 pounds, so it should accommodate most people. However, there are a couple of things I want to point out that are not my favorite. Firstly, this chair is really big. Even though it's advertised as a space-saving design, you still need at least 9 inches of clearance between the back and your wall to recline fully. For small apartments or tight rooms, this could be a problem. It's also pretty heavy, which makes moving it around a hassle, especially if you're alone. Another point is about the heating feature. It only works on the lower back, and it's not adjustable. I find it comfortable, but sometimes I wish they'd let me turn the heat up or apply it to other zones, like the legs or upper back. For a chair in this price range, I expect a bit more flexibility there. The assembly, while mostly straightforward, could still be tricky for some. Even though it's 90% assembled, getting the footrest attached and moving the chair to just the right spot wasn't as smooth as I expected. It would be better if there was a bit more guidance or clearer instructions included, especially for first-timers like me. Despite these downsides, I can confidently say that the overall experience is excellent. The massage quality itself is the real highlight, deep, relaxing, and with enough options to keep it interesting long-term. Since getting this chair, I've found it super helpful for dealing with muscle tension, especially in my neck, shoulders, and lower back. It's also turned into my favorite way to relax after work, almost like having a mini spa session at home whenever I need. In conclusion, I'd recommend the MassaMAX full-body massage chair for anyone who wants a professional quality massage at home and doesn't mind the extra space it takes up. It's perfect for people who deal with stress, back pain, or just want to spoil themselves with a little luxury. If you value lots of features, comfort, and ease of use, this chair definitely delivers. I still wish a few things were different, like a more compact size and adjustable heating. But for what it offers, it's definitely worth considering if you're serious about relaxation and recovery. I will leave all the information about the MassaMAX full-body massage chair in the comments. I hope to see you again in the following videos.